Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's having a fine start to the day. I sure am. Got my coffee by the fire here near Mix Lake, Colorado. The lake is just down below the ledge here. And I'll tell you what, I was talking to Christina yesterday, and we were having a discussion about whether I should stay for a few more days or go home right away and come back a little bit later. And if you wouldn't know it, a beautiful red, furry red fox came trotting nice and slow right in front of our little kitchen area. Didn't pay me any mind. And what a beautiful God sighting. I don't know what you believe about that, but there are times when, in questioning, God puts these things in my path, in my view. And for me, it is animals or birds of some sort that are special. And that red fox was special, and it was significant. And something about the animals here that are very tame. I'm not sure whether they're just not used to a lot of people, or maybe there is just enough people. Anyways, that was pretty nice. So I'm going to read the rest of Matthew 5, and then I'm going to give you a little update on what's going on back there. So, like I said, I'm in the New King James, and hard to keep the glasses clean here. And I think we left off verse 28. So I'm going to read in verse 29. If your right eye causes you to sin or stumble, pluck it out and cast it from you, for it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it from you, for it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. That sounds pretty harsh, doesn't it? But to me, it's all the more serious to get the things in your life in order. So he's not only talking about us personally, but I believe he's talking about the church because Jesus does give very good instruction on church discipline, and Paul carries it as well and follows that. And that is the pattern, right? And that's all I'll say about that. Furthermore, it has been said, whoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce. But I say unto you that whoever divorces his wife for any reason except sexual immorality causes her to commit adultery. And whoever marries a woman who is divorced commits adultery. Again, you have heard that it was said of those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oaths to the Lord. I'm going to get back to that about the divorce. The scriptures are pretty clear, and it's not a judgment against those who have had issues and problems, but the Bible is very clear about divorce. And then Paul goes on further to talk about how to deal with your life if you've had a divorce, and he makes it fairly clear. So anyways, again, you have heard that it was said of those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oaths to the Lord. But I say unto you, do not swear at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Nor shall you swear by your head, because you cannot make one hair white or black. But let your yes be yes, and your no, no. For whatever is more than these is from the evil one. So yeah, don't go around making all kinds of promises. Just do what you gotta do, and keep your word. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist an evil person, but whoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. If anyone wants to sue you and take away your tunic, let him have your cloak also. And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him too. Give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn away. You know, that goes back to the adage that nothing is really ours. It's all God's, and he can replenish, he can take away, and so we can gladly give to those that ask. No matter their intentions, really. That's not our business. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven, for he makes his sun rise. Oh, I love that. I didn't notice that before. He makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brethren only, what do you do more than others? Do not even the tax collectors do so? Therefore, you shall be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Well, that's a tall order, isn't it? Perfect. That's an interesting word. You know, it comes from, I may have explained this to you before, but the word perfect comes from a ship term. When there's a ship being outfitted for a journey, everything is gathered and brought to the ship that is needed for however long the journey is planned. And when everything is put in the ship that is needed, it's called perfect. And so that's what God is giving to us. He's giving us all that we need that pertains unto life and godliness. And when we accept that, that would be a shipbuilding or a ship term called perfect. So that's what he's doing. And of course, we gain these things not on our own merit, not on our own effort, but by the Holy Spirit. So a wonderful thing. We don't have to lean on our own understanding, but we can acknowledge him in all our ways. He'll direct our path. He'll give us the things that we need. So wonderful, wonderful words of life that we can partake of. And the thing that I love about it, it's not like we're reading from a textbook, just some knowledge, but it's actually the bread of life that we're partaking of. We're being washed by the water of the Word. It is a miraculous thing. You cannot read the Word without it affecting you some way. Sometimes it can be negative, right? If we don't take it. The letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. So we want to seek the Holy Spirit, the author of these things. So I got all the rafters secured. Everything's nailed down and not going to move. Now, before I put the roofing on, I have a task ahead of me. And I don't know if you can see them, but anyways, I have prepared log gable ends that are going to go on the north end of the building. And that's right. There's a drop off right there. I can't drive there. So I have to get and some of them are pretty, decent sized logs. And I have to get them up to the top level of the building. So I'm just asking for your prayers and for the Lord's wisdom on how I need to do that. I have a few ideas and probably going to try a few things before things start to go. And that seems to be the story of this whole project. I got to try some things out before I come upon something. But God's been good. So that's my project for today. I'm hoping to get at least a good amount of those log gable ends. They're already cut. They're already notched out. I just have to get them up there, insulate them, and they're going to be spiked down because since there's no corner notches on the log gable ends, I got to spike them down. But at the same time, I got to be careful where I spike them. I got to mark them because at some point he's going to want a window cut in there, and you don't want to run into a big spike when you're cutting the window open. So that's my job for today. secondary job. Our first job is to walk with the Lord in the light of His Word, and then what a glory He sheds on our way. So I hope you'll do that with me today. Thank you for all your prayers. I appreciate all the support that you give us. Our VIP members, thank you so much. Our Facebook subscriber group, we appreciate the monthly contributions that you give month in and month out. You have no idea how much that means to us. And Lord bless you for that. And if any of you that are not on VIP or our Facebook subscriber group, you can get on for as low as I think $4.99 for Facebook and $5 a month, or you can pay more, like many do, on our VIP page, and you'll get more up to date pictures and videos and things like that. Plus, you'll be doing us a wonderful. Well, it helps us out a lot, is what I'm trying to say. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, so Christina and I had gotten. Anyways, I think I'm going to stay. I'll tell you more about that. The weather's good, and I know it's been a long, long time, but I think we're going to stick it out here for a little while longer.